welcome to our third and final review of the evening, Party Hard 2. Uh, so I have to preface a couple of things here. First of all, I have not played the first game, so I cannot compare it to that. Also,
But we're sure you party much harder in this one.
well, it's like according to the bullet points that they've done some pretty typical sequel escalation things. Added dozens of new traps for playable characters, brand new crafting system, new multi-kill ability. So it is expanded. I I I do not doubt the veracity of that. Also, due to time and health constraints, still getting over the cold. Didn't play as much as this as I wanted to. That is to say, I really didn't explore any of the other characters, and because we only got the one code, we did not try out Twitch mode. Okay, because there's a pretty hefty Twitch integration feature here, but since Pettyfan's the one who operates the stream, yeah, that didn't happen either. That being said, I can review the core game experience. And I suppose if I could sum it up, it was solid, but not as. But there were a bunch of little things that added up to a annoying game experience. All right. Before I elaborate, I should explain what this is for the uninitiated. Party Hard 2 is a stealth strategy game. You play as the Party Hard Killer. That is his actual, serial killer name. And, yeah, his MO is he kills party goers, or at least maybe certain types of party goers. It's kind of up to you. The reason why he stalks parties, he's trying to get some sleep. Yet, due to contrived and hilarious, circumstances, he constantly is around parties. Parties just kind of break out around him, and in weird fucking locations too. One of the levels is a party at a hospital because there's a strike going on, and he's visiting, the Party Hard Killer is visiting his only friend, and all of a sudden a party breaks out. You're not really. This isn't a 100% serious game. In case you couldn't tell,
this isn't gonna be winning any Pulitzer prizes or anything like that.
It's kind of Adult Swim satirical. I guess is a good way of describing it.
Yeah, honestly, I was shocked this wasn't from Adult Swim games.
Same here.
They haven't Adult Swim games hasn't really published a whole lot lately, from what I've seen. But yeah, and yeah, your goal is to not only kill party goers, but kill drug runners. Eventually you'll get involved with aliens.
Because of course.
And so on and so forth. But your main task is to kill people. And there are a bunch of ways you can do that. Your default way is your knife attack. But there are many items and objects in a level that can allow you to kill. And it's how you want to go about doing it depends on the situation, because you stab somebody in a crowded room, they're gonna call the police.
Who would have thought?
It's and if they see you killing somebody, well, the police are going to know to arrest you. And dealing with the police is not something you really want to deal with because, well, this gets into one of the main aggravations of the game. Your character is so goddamn slow. You know, it's up. You know, you really can't outrun the cops, and yeah, if they get near you, it's over.
Mm.
I'm like, and it's also the levels can run really fucking long, like maybe half an hour. You know, it's like it's one of those. Your playtime's going to get shorter and shorter the more you figure out a level. Now, it's also dependent on what you plan on doing. Like if you just do kill the, kill the certain group of people and the other certain group of people, it's going to be a lot shorter than say killing everybody in the map.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and there's also a bunch. There's usually like sub objectives, like get a briefcase, destroy an object, you know, this and that. There are also secret objectives that you can find by reading posters. You know, they're not necessary, but they give you like experience and such. Like, and it's also like the more you do something, the better you are at it. Like,
So is it like Skyrim-esque leveling?
not that far, but it is. Like if you are going for anarchy, like the more people you kill, the more chaotic you get, that kind of thing.
Mm.
I'm not exactly sure what all that meant, because it really didn't feel like there was a perceptible difference in my character level to level. Granted, I only got like to level 5 or so, because once again, not only are the missions long, they introduced a type of enemy that was just pure bullshit, and that's what ultimately got me to stop playing. The goon. Like, the goons can instantly recognize you if they see you. It's a 50-50 shot if you can shank them fast enough to. If they hit you, you're dead in one hit.
Oh boy, it's that bullshit.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, it's like, after spending half an hour doing meticulous murders, and then, oh shit, I missed the shank, and oh, I'm dead. Yeah.
And there isn't like mid-level saving or anything like that.
Yeah, it's like developers. This is never good game design. It's like, because I get why it's the Hitman thing, where there's a lot of freedom, and I can understand why you wouldn't want to have mid-level saves, but if you're it's one thing if I mess up, like if I stabbed somebody and somebody saw, that's on me. But having enemies that can basically screw with you for no good reason, like they just see you and make a beeline, and it's not like I was even in a weird area. I was out in the center of the area, and I still got killed quite a few times. That's not good. That's the kind of game design where I just go, yeah, I don't want to spend another half an hour on the same fucking level doing the same fucking things. And it's unfortunate, because I thought the game was pretty solid. It's like not something I like playing more than one mission of, because honestly it got a bit sloggy with the controls with your character being so slow, and also you can't use the D-pad. The D-pad is used for selecting weapons, so moving a 2D character with an analog stick isn't optimal, even in an ostensibly 3D space. Like, that being said, yeah, if it were, it's like if it weren't for those design niggles, this would be a much better game. let's see. Anyway, the graphics, it's going for a retro pixel art style, sort of. Like, it looks 8-bit, but I couldn't tell you, like, it's not really aping any kind of particular style. Like, there's no NES game that looks like this. There's no PlayStation game that looks like this. Like,
to me, it looks very Hotline Miami-esque.
yeah, it's like that. That's about the closest I can think of. It's more invocation of the 80s, even though this game isn't taking place in the 80s. Like, it's got that new wave retro vibe to it, very neon and bright, and cool colors. You got a lot of purples and blues, in some places. Like, and the music, well, it's about what you'd expect. Hard-hitting techno tracks. It's invoking a party atmosphere. It's just the soundtrack is way more limited than you'd think, because I think about one track per level plays. So you're hearing the same thing pretty often, quite honestly.
Does it at least ounce? Because that's the kind of thing that would drive me to kill everybody at a party.
Some of the tracks, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, and pricing. So we got some. All right, we've got the base price, $19.99. It's got the sound. It's got a soundtrack, not surprisingly. $8. The thing. Okay, and it's got the collector's edition, which is obviously as is most of the time, the best choice here. You will get the complete package for $26.58. Admittedly, that is not a tremendous discount. That is only 5% off, which is honestly one of the lowest discounts I've ever seen for a package. Usually it's like 10 or 15%. So, I suppose going for either the OST or the collector's edition depends on how much you'd like the music of this game. Because otherwise, I just say go for the base price here. And ultimately, do I think the game's worth it? In terms of content and design and all that, yeah, overall, I'm going to say yes. Yeah, my play experience, it's like, it was one of those build-ups to ultimate frustration kind of deals, but your play experience may not necessarily correlate, because once again, you can do these levels pretty much how you want. Like, I was trying to be much more Hitman, Agent 47 with this, trying to not get caught, trying not to kill everyone, that kind of thing. But, if you just want to shank everybody and try to hide from the cops, you can do that as well. Good tactic there is try to find a shortcut and manipulate locations. So, it's got a good variety. It's pretty imaginative. Yeah, I'd say ultimately this game is worth getting, even at $20. And yeah, so that'll about do it for this week's reviews. The week ahead. So coming up on Tuesday, November 13th, we will be having Barry of Fireproof Games. They are the developers of the Room series. Not to be confused with the movie. It's got nothing to do with that piece of shit. The Room is a pretty notable puzzle game series that first emerged as a superstar on iOS devices have since been ported to PC. And one of the reasons why we're going to be having them on the show this week, the first Room game got released on the Nintendo Switch. And it's notable because that is the first console platform this series has seen. Not too surprising that it appeared on the Nintendo Switch because, handheld.
Right. Also, because everything and their mother wants to be on the Switch.
Yeah. Also worth noting, when we do the interview, they will be launching the Room 3 on Steam. Maybe we'll end up getting codes for that. It's happened before. Anyway, on Wednesday, November 14th, we will be possibly having Geoff Mendicino of Modus Games. I say possibly because he was a bit tenuous on his availability. He said check on Monday to see if he'll be able to actually do it. But he did provisionally commit to a show on Wednesday. Hopefully we'll be able to do that. Because he's actually kind of already our replacement. We were originally supposed to have Sekai Project this week, but they dropped out for reasons not given. They're just the rep was just like, I won't be able to make it, and that was kind of it. I inquired if somebody else could replace him. Haven't heard back. Anyway, we're going. In terms of Modus Games, we're going to be talking about Override Mech City Brawl. It's especially timely because a beta event is going on next weekend, and we're provisionally signed up for that as well. I say that because we haven't actually gotten the beta codes yet. So if we get those beta codes, we will do we'll do a beta event sometime next weekend. Probably during when we regularly do the review things, because we don't have any regular reviews scheduled for next week. And yeah, so we'll have more information on this on Tuesday. So hopefully things will be clear then. Did Petty Fan drop?
No, he's still here.
Okay.
Oh, I sound like you still had more to say. You good?
Oh, sorry.
You just kind of trailed off on my end a bit.
Oh. I might have dropped. So, we'll try that. It's like live broadcasting can't, it's like, wish you good gaming and all that.